What's going on, y'all? What's going on, man? This is King God A DMV with the Wizards Review, and they really ain't nothing funny. It's not nothing funny right now. You know what I mean? There's nothing funny. Um, I would start with the pleasantries and all that, but I'm about to just get right into it, man. So, if you don't know, this is how I start my shows, man. If we won a game, I start with what I didn't like, and I end with what I did like. And if we lose a game, I start with what I did like, and I end with what I didn't like. So since we lost, we played the Charlotte Hornets tonight. This afternoon. This is my first afternoon show, as a matter of fact, now that I think about it, man. So it's kind of awkward, man, but it's all good, though. It's all good. We played the Charlotte Hornets tonight, man. We lost big again, 2 nights in a row. So now let's get into it, man. So what I liked, starting the game, really starting the game, we looked good, especially Beal. He started off fast. He started slow last game. So I anticipated him coming out fast and trying to set the tone for the team. And he did that, you know what I mean? We jumped up to a 7. We went up 7 to start the game, you know what I mean? So I thought today was going to be a good game, but then it was an avalanche of disaster after that, and we're going to get into that. But I did like how we started. I liked the ball movement initially starting the game. Again, we were looking sharp. The way we started is what I anticipated, you know what I mean, as far as energy, trying to start fast, paying attention to detail. I anticipated that, but I anticipated it for at least the majority of the game. You know what I mean? Maybe not 48 minutes, but maybe 44, 45 minutes of the game. Not 6 minutes of the game. You know what I'm saying? Not 5 minutes of the game. You know what I mean? And then just forget about the rest of the 40. You know what I'm saying? So I definitely didn't like that. I also like Bertans. He was hitting shots early in the game. So I definitely like that, but that was just early. He was getting his groove back, but it didn't look good the rest of the game. And it wasn't his fault. You know what I mean? He didn't play a lot of the game, but he did hit a couple threes. So compared to earlier in the season when he wasn't hitting anything, I like that. So I thought that, him hitting threes early in the game, I thought it was going to carry on. I thought we were going to have a good game overall today. I thought we were going to have a good game. You know what I mean? So the way that the game ended, we're going to get into that. And I like how we closed the first because, again, we started the game fast, but then they went on a big run in the first quarter and they went up on us, man. But we played with energy towards the end of the first quarter, and we closed the gap, made it a single-digit lead. They were still up, but it was a single-digit lead, and I liked how it started. So I was just hoping that it was going to be that way throughout the rest of the game. But that's not what happened. That's not what happened at all. So we're just going to get into... Oh, and one more thing I liked, and it's going to lead into getting to what I didn't like. But what I did like, because one thing I put on my list as I was watching the game of what I didn't like was not seeing players that played well in previous games not play in the game, not getting called to get in the game, subbed in, even though they played well earlier in the season. They played well. You know what I mean? I didn't think that was a good look. And Brooks did eventually start playing other players, so I wasn't as hard on him because of that. But I didn't like that us going down was the reason that they got in the game. You know what I mean? It was like he was trying to distract us from not looking at him as the issue. We're going to play some other players because they're not getting it done. When it really comes down to it, it's about coaching. You know what I mean? So I did like him shaking up the starting lineup in the third quarter. I liked him trying new things. I liked him starting Bertans. You know what I mean? I like who else he started that. Oh, Wagner. You know what I mean? I like that he tried to shake up the lineup, try to get some energy, but I thought it was too late. You know what I mean? But So those are the only things I liked. Those are the only things I liked about the game, man. I'm distraught right now. I'm just really thinking about the game, and it got me thinking like all other things, just thinking about just the overall product that I've been watching, man. So I apologize if I seem a little off, man, but I'm just so disgusted with what I saw today, man, that it just got me all the way. You know what I mean? I try not to cuss on my live stream. You know what I mean? I try not to do that. You know what I'm saying? But I was so angry today. I was so angry about how they played. And we're just going to get into what I didn't like. And then the first thing that, because it's so easy to talk about what I didn't like. It was hard for me to come up with things that I did like. And the things I did like, it was just early in the game for the most part. You know what I mean? Everything I liked about this game happened like within the first 5-6 minutes of the game. You know what I mean? But the rest of the game, like if it wasn't for this live stream that I'm doing, I couldn't watch the whole game. I would have turned it off. You know what I'm saying? It was on, but I was doing other things, but I was still paying attention to the game, hoping that it would turn around, but it didn't. You know what I mean? So let's go into what I didn't like. And the thing that I've been talking about game after game after game after game, win or lose, the game after game is our three-point defense, man. And again, teams... Now, that's the book on us. You know what I mean? That's the book on us, man, is our three-point defense is terrible because it looks like teams now are running sets to make sure that they throw up a lot of threes. No matter if they're a good three-point shooting team or not, they know that we are a bad three-point shooting defense. All these teams know that because now that I watch the game, it's like bombs away. It's like everybody is shooting threes on us. And not only are they shooting threes, they're hitting them. You know what I mean? They're like damn near 45, 50% from the three-point line early in the game, and we go down 15, 20. You know what I'm saying? So I definitely didn't like that. And in the first quarter, just the first quarter, after our quick start, and then they go on their crazy run, Cody Zeller scores double figures in the first quarter? Like, who is this guy? You know what I mean? Who is he? Who is he, man? The first quarter run overall was terrible. Cody Zeller, though, was giving it to us, man. Again, our weakness is our front court, man. No matter what, even if our front court has a decent game, it's still below average in the grand scheme of things when it comes to league big men and league front courts. You know what I mean? Like, us having a good front court or a good game from our front court is like a miracle. You know what I mean? And Scott Brooks, he was trying things. He started Lynn, it didn't work. He put Lopez in. I guess it didn't work. Then he tried Mo Wagner. And we just not produce. We're not rebounding the ball. And that leads into another thing that I didn't like. Again, is our rebounding. We don't rebound well at all. We give up too many second chance opportunities. And with the lineup that we have, the players on our roster, I mean, what are we going to do? You know what I mean? Like, it's not like they just have bad games. They just don't have the athleticism. They just don't have what it takes to be a good rebounding team. We just don't have the players. You know what I mean? We just don't have the players. So you got to blame that more on the GM. You got to blame that more on the people that bring in the talent and bring in our roster. You know what I mean? Who develop our roster as far as putting it together. We don't have no rebounders. We don't have any big men that can rebound. They don't even got to score. As long as they could just, get easy dunks or something like that, sure-handed when the ball gets to them, and they could dunk the ball. But we need people that can rebound and protect the paint. Make it that other teams are nervous and they're not so comfortable going to the hole against us because it is so easy to score on us. It's sick. You know what I mean? It's disgusting how easy it is to score on us, man. It's like we're an NBA team, and this is how teams play us. They look forward to going. They know they're going to have season highs. If you were a gambler, you always bet the over when the Wizards play. You know what I'm saying? You always bet the over. You know what I mean? So I definitely didn't like that, man. We gave up 100+ points in 3 quarters. That tells you everything you need to know about our defense. That tells you everything you need to know. In order for a team to give up 100 points by the third quarter, that means they got to be at least giving up 33.3 points a quarter. You know what I'm saying? And then one quarter is going to be 33.4 to equal 100. You know what I'm saying? But my point is we give up way too many points, man, each quarter. You know what I'm saying? We give up way too many points. Now, when we played Miami the other night, I thought we might come out better and try to, we won the first game, so we wanted to show that we had it, and we're going to handle our business. But I don't want to say it was justifiable, because losing by 20, 30 points is never justifiable. But you knew Miami was going to have a chip on their shoulder when they came out to play, and they had a chip, and you knew they was going to play hard, and they did, and they blew us out. And I chalked that game up to that. You know what I'm saying? I was just like, an NBA team has games like that. You know what I'm saying? So I chalked that up. But to the Hornets, you know what I'm saying? It was just ugly, man. And you know what? In our history, man, because of, Jordan being an owner of the Hornets, when he was playing, he was winning, but, his reputation as an owner is like the opposite of his reputation as a player. You know what I'm saying? Like, he's a bad owner. His teams is always garbage. So over the years, when we played the Hornets, I would always, be like, all right, that's going to be a win. That's how I was feeling over the years. You know what I'm saying? But it seems like every time we play the Hornets, we lose to them. Every single time. Yo, even today, you know what I'm saying? I was like, yo, we're going to come back. It's the Hornets. I forgot our history against the Hornets until we started playing them again. And then I started having flashbacks of previous seasons where games that I feel like we're just going to win because it's the Hornets, we always lose. You know what I mean? So for us to lose to the Hornets again, man, it made me upset. But the way we lost to them, how we lost to them, how easy it was for them to score against us, it was disgusting. It was like, this can't be. You know what I mean? So that's what made me the most angry about tonight. You know what I'm saying? Terry Rozier, man, he had a field day against us today, man. You know what I mean? He was hitting threes. It was like they didn't know where he was at on the court. You know what I mean? He was on fire today, man. It wasn't just him, but he was like the main killer, man. He had a big game against us tonight, man. And also, watching LaMelo Ball, this was the first time I watched the whole game of LaMelo Ball. But I've seen the highlights, and I know that he's nice, and I know that he's good and stuff like that. But watching him tonight, man, today, mark my words, man, in 5 years, maybe even less than that, but 5 years tops, LaMelo Ball's going to be the best point guard in the NBA, man, because he is the truth, man. He is the truth. He is as advertised. And, our defense, it wasn't like it had showed any resistance. You know what I mean? But he's going to be the truth. But I don't talk too much about the other team. This is about the Wizards, man. But I had to note that, man, because this was my first time watching him play a whole game. And he was good as advertised, man. So that's just what it was. And all of that leads to this fact that dawned on me watching the telecast. Oh, and by the way, of watching the telecast, I watched from the Hornets' point of view, man. You know what I mean? I watched from the Hornets' point of view tonight. And, one of the things that they said, and, I'm in agreement, because it was the three-point defense I didn't like, but I didn't like our defense overall. You know what I mean? I didn't like our defense overall. And quite frankly, when I watch our broadcast and I watch it from the other team's point of view, one consistent thing all the announcers talk about is how bad our defense is. And today, the Charlotte Hornets broadcast team, and online, because of LaMelo Ball, they've been getting a lot of praise for how good their hot call of games, a call of highlights are. You know what I mean? And so I've heard them, and they are a good team. You know what I mean? They have a really good broadcasting team with Dale Curry as the color commentator. And I don't know the other dude's name, but they make a good team. They're exciting. But I like listening to them talk. But I didn't like listening to them today because they was clowning us. You know what I mean? They was clowning us. They were clowning our defense. And, Dale Curry, he played in the league, so he knows about defense. He knows, you know what I mean? So the way they were talking about our defense, and I couldn't even defend it. I couldn't even defend the Wizards. It wasn't like they were just talking shit. You know what I mean? They were talking truth. It just hurt because it's my team. You know what I'm saying? But every commentator from the other team, and even our broadcast team too, you know what I'm saying? But I like watching other teams broadcast to see what the country got to say about the Wizards. And the two consistent things that they say, there's three consistent things. They talk about Westbrook's energy, you know what I mean, about how he always brings the energy. They talk about Bradley Beal just becoming a better player becoming an unstoppable scorer, just giving him mad praise. They always talk about that. And then the third thing they talk about is how bad our defense is. Those are the three things that they talk about when they're talking about the Wizards. You know what I'm saying? And all of the three things are always true. You know what I mean? Every game, we never have a good defensive game. Like our game against the Heat that we won the other night, and we held them to 100 points, I believe that was our best defensive game. You know what I'm saying? Like, just to hold a team to 100 points is an accomplishment for the Washington Wizards, man. So I say all that to say that one thing that dawned on me today is, we had a lot of games off because of the COVID thing, so we didn't play for a week. But the majority of teams have played around 24 games this season. And because of the shortened season, now we have 72 games. If you do the math, that's a third of the season already that's been played by the majority of teams in the NBA. And we're talking about trying to get to the playoffs, and we don't play any defense. I'm feeling like Jim Moore right now. When I hear the word Wizards and playoffs associated in the same sentence, man. Playoffs. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know it. Playoffs. You know that look. That's how I'm feeling right now. Because we played, it's been a third of the season, and we don't play defense. We don't play defense. Like, for us to lose by 30 points 2 games back to back, in this game, at least Bradley Beal had a good game. He had his typical 30. You know what I'm saying? I forgot to mention that's something I like. You know what I mean? But again, Bradley Beal, for the most part, is so consistent. It's like a foregone conclusion that he's going to score 25 plus, 30 plus. You know what I mean? So I'm going to like him. You know what I'm saying? But for him to have a good game and for us to still lose by 30, you know what I'm saying? 2 games in a row, we lose by 30 points to the Hornets. It's not like we lost to the Lakers. You know what I mean? It's not like we lost to an elite team. You know what I'm saying? We lost to the Hornets by 30. Second game in a row. You know what I mean? So all of that goes to the one question, man, I had to ask myself while I was watching this game. And the question is, how many 30-point losses have to occur before a coach gets fired? That's where I'm at with it right now. Because for us to lose by 30 points 2 nights in a row, that's not X's and O's, man. That's not X's and O's. Westbrook, he turned the ball over 5 times tonight, but Westbrook was not the reason we lost the game tonight, man. As an individual player, he wasn't the reason we lost the game. You know what I'm saying? I can't blame one player in particular as the reason we lost the game. It was a collective effort, or lack thereof effort, I must say. And if that's the case, when it comes to effort, you put that on the coach all day, every day. That's the only thing a team of players can give. Even if you don't shoot well, you turn the ball over crazy. At least give effort as a team. You know what I'm saying? When we was down 30 in the fourth quarter, Brooks left Westbrook in, and Westbrook, even down, we were down 30, he still was giving effort, and that's one of the things the color commentators were talking about, was like, man, they're down 30, and Westbrook is still out there, falling on the ground, hustling for a ball going out of bounds, and they're up 30. They're doing that. He's still in there to show the young guys an example. You know what I'm saying? And that's what the color commentators were saying about Westbrook's energy and effort, although we were down 20 plus points. You know what I mean? And it was all true. You know what I'm saying? But I'm not trying to hear that. You know what I'm saying? Because ultimately, the players are not responding to Brooks, man. They're just not, obviously. And this is not just this season. Anybody who's a Wizards fan know that this isn't just this season that we can't play any defense, man. You know what I mean? We can't play any defense. You know what I mean? You got to put that on the coach, and then you got to also put that on the GM and the team, the people that put together the team. You got to put that on them because, you know, I was kind of excited with what we were doing with, you know, before the season started with our roster. I liked Hachimura. I liked Denny. I liked them as draft picks. I thought Ish Smith was a solid pickup. You know what I mean? I saw flashes from Bonga last year as far as defense and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? I like Garrison Matthews and things of that nature. But the truth is, watching us game after game after game after game, it's very apparent to me that we do not have a defensive-minded team. We don't have defensive-minded players. There's not a lineup like if coach is like, yo, I need to put my defensive lineup in right now. Who is that lineup that we have of a defensive-minded players? Who do we have that plays defense when we need it? Nobody. We don't have a defensive-minded team, yo. You know what I'm saying? And even if you don't have a defensive-minded team, because that does come down to player skills and stuff like that. So we don't have that. Okay, cool, whatever. But for us to come out flat, for us to let teams go up 10, 15, 20 points by the end of the first quarter, by the middle of the second quarter, that's on the coach. That's on the coach. Ted Leonsis, you know what I'm saying? I don't call for anybody losing their job, man. You know what I mean? You know what I'm saying? I know, because, Brooks, if he loses his job, I know it's going to be hard for him to live off that $35 million contract that he signed. I know it's going to be hard for him to live off of that. You know what I'm saying? So I know it's going to be hard for him. So I'm not just saying I want people to lose their job. You know what I'm saying? And it's not like if he does get fired, he's not going to get paid. He's under contract. So they got to pay him regardless. You know what I'm saying? But, it's not even about that. It's not about that. But me as an owner of a team, if I'm watching a game, I'm watching a team, and I'm seeing that the same commitment to defense, lack of effort, starting the game over and over and over again, and I'm the owner of the team. I'm the one that ultimately decides if this coach stays or goes. And I'm watching this, and I'm like, this team does not seem to be responding. Am I going to sit there and just keep them on the bench and hope that it gets better? What is the definition of insanity? Doing the same thing over and over again. So I guess we have an insane owner. I guess we have an insane owner of the team. Because the same problems, y'all can watch my videos. I'm up video 20. Y'all can watch my videos. Every video it seems I say the same thing of what I don't like. 3-point defense. 3-point defense. We can't win without defense. We can score with anybody. We can score with anybody, yo. I asked myself watching this game, I'm like, yo, what do they practice in practice? Do they even practice defense? Right now, if I was the coach, the next week, the whole practice is defensive drills, team defense, individual defense. We proved we could score. My goal would be, the next 5 games, the average points we give up defensively for the next 5, and moving forward, but I would start with a count of 5 games. Our goal as a team is to make sure that the teams we play moving forward score 10 points less average than what our average has been this year so far. That's what he should start with. Because this defense is atrocious. We're not going to win any games playing defense against a team like Charlotte. That's Charlotte. And not to say they're bums, because LaMelo Ball, he's going to be the truth. Terry Rozier is a nice player. But this is not an elite team. They were struggling too. They were struggling too. We're the get right. Any team that's been struggling, when they play us, they're going to get right. You know what I'm saying? That's who we are. And that's the coach. That's the coach, man. You think things are going to get better, Terry Leonsis, if we keep the same coach? I don't want to get too angry because it's Super Bowl weekend. The Super Bowl about to come up. And I'm trying to stay cool, brothers and sisters. I'm trying to stay cool. You know what I'm saying? But obviously, y'all see I ain't cool right now. You know what I mean? If this was a cartoon, there'd be fucking scene coming. Damn, I cuss. See, this is how you know I'm upset. This is how you know I'm upset, man. You know what I mean? Look, man, I think I'm about to get off this, man. I think I'm really about to get off this. Because I'm going to probably peep the press conference or read the article in the paper. They interviewing the coach, asking him what happened, and he's gonna say the same thing. The same garbage. You know what I mean? I hope he says, I'm not coaching well. But he ain't gonna say that. The team's not responding to me anymore. You know what I mean? They're tired. He's going in one ear after the other. I wish he would be honest and say that. Maybe the owner needs to fire me because I ain't the one no more. I'm not the one. I can't get it done. But he ain't gonna say that. You know what I'm saying? There was passes of, like the Miami game that just happened, I gave Brooks a pass. You know what I mean? There were games that we lost and we didn't look good and I gave him a pass. You know what I'm saying? But he gets no pass tonight. He gets no pass. He gets no pass, yo. Because what I saw today, That was effort. That was effort is the reason we lost. And effort goes directly to coaching. You know what I mean? The Sixers, they got, like I said this in a couple of live streams before about the Sixers with Doc Rivers stepping in for Brett Brown. And they have, they added some pieces, but for the most part, the core of the team is the same team. But right now, I got the Sixers winning the East because Embiid is looking like a monster. He's playing like he's never played before. And you know why is that? And not that he's never played like that before, because he has put up big numbers, but he hasn't been as consistent as he has been this season. And you know why? Coach. The presence of a good coach. Sometimes just the presence of a good coach, he don't got to say nothing. And that can raise the team's point average, them scoring 5-10 more points, or holding a team 5-10 more points less than what they usually score, just because of a coach's presence. Scott Brooks does not have the presence to make the team play better. He just doesn't have the presence. You know what I'm saying? Like I said earlier in the stream, he was subbing players in and out, starting the third, you know what I mean? Trying to put everybody in, trying to find a spark, whatever. And to me, what he was doing was trying to take the distraction off him and us look at the players as the problem. That's what it looked like to me. Like, you know what I'm saying? She's trying to send a message to his players that they're not playing well enough, so I'm going to sub you out and put someone else in. You know what I'm saying? When can you sub a coach out and put another coach in, though? When can you do that? You know what I'm saying? When can you do that? Shit, man. Anyway, yo, no matter what, I'm still going to be here next game. You know what I mean? I'm probably going to be spazzing again. You know what I mean? Because after this game, you lose by 20 to that team, to the Hornets, when you just lost 20 on Friday night, and you do the same thing again. To me, it's clear as day that the team is the coach is not resonating with the team, man. And Ted Leonsis, owner Ted Leonsis, Mr. Leonsis, whatever you want me to call you, for you to get because I'm speaking for the fans right now. I know, like, I haven't spoke. I mean, I've been on Twitter, so I already know they're feeling like how I'm feeling right now. You know what I'm saying? But I feel that what I'm saying right now, I feel that the Wizards fans, they're going to give me the ultimate cosign. Like, yep. He's right. You know what I mean? So I'm just hoping that Leosis comes to his senses, say, Brooks, you know, man, it's been nice. You know what I mean? Thank you for your service, man, but you are now relieved of your duties. You know what I'm saying? You know you're still going to get paid, so I don't want to hear you crying about it. You know you've made millions, but you haven't really done nothing, so why is you even mad? You know what I mean? This shouldn't be a surprise. You know what I mean? That's what he needs to do. That's what he needs to do. You know what I'm saying? But knowing him, he's not going to do it because of his ego and for the fact of how much money he's paying the coach, even though he got to pay. It's like, yo, I got to pay him anyway. You know what I'm saying? So why I'm going to fire him? Why I should just wait till the end of the season? Because there's no way Coach Brooks is going to be the coach next season, no matter what goes down. There's no way. There's no way. There's no way. It has to be a miracle turnaround for him to become the coach next season. And we know that's not going to happen because we don't play any defense. All of a sudden, we just going to learn how to play D? Is that just going to happen? All of a sudden, we just going to play D. All of a sudden, we just going to play D. For the next 48, 50 games, we're going to play D. Come on, man. Come on, man. Come on, man. You know, I was born at night, but I wasn't born last night. You know what I mean? You feel me? Like, we already know. What we've seen the first third of the season is who we are, man. That's who we are. We don't play good three-point defense. We let people score on us easily. They get to the paint. We can't rebound the ball. How are we going to win? How are we going to win? How are we going to get to the playoffs when we're playing like that? Anyway, man, this is King Ade with the Wizards Review, man. If y'all like the content, man, I really would appreciate you subscribing. You know what I'm saying? I know it's hard. You know what I mean? I know it's hard to follow the Wizards if you're a Wizards fan right now. You know what I mean? I know it is, man. But, we all we got, man. We all we got, man. Because people laughing at us. Yo, as a matter of fact, you go on the ESPN NBA page right now. Right now. Go on that page right now. Well, let me say this. It might have changed within the last 20 minutes, but it's been like this the whole morning, whole day. So I don't think it's going to change, right? But if you go to that page right now, they talking trade talks like usual. You know what I mean? They're talking that trade talk stuff like usual. But I want y'all all to see the picture, the player, the picture of the player that they have over the headline. You know what I'm saying? You already know who it is because they put his name in trade talk all the time. You know what I'm saying? You already know who I'm talking about. I'm not even going to say his name. You already know what it is. You know what I'm saying? So, I don't know what's going to happen. I don't know, man. I got mad love for Bill. I don't know, man. He's so loyal. Like him, he keeps saying he want to stay here. I don't know if he's being real or he's saying the right thing. I don't know. I really don't know. And I don't blame him how he feels either way he go. I don't blame him. I don't blame him if he want to stay because that's the type of person he is. Or I don't blame him if he wants to go because he knows that he's at the peak of his career and he can help a real championship contender with a real coach, with a real culture that plays defense. I don't know how he feels, man. I really got mad love for him for being, at least showing loyalty in the press, in the public. You know what I'm saying? I got love for him for that, man. You know what I'm saying? But I don't, you know what I mean? I can't blame him for whatever he wants to do, man. You know what I'm saying? I can't blame him if he all of a sudden tomorrow morning says, all right, it's about time, I'm requesting a trade. You know what I'm saying? I wouldn't be surprised and I wouldn't be mad at him at all, man, because obviously the team is not getting better, especially on defense. And until we change the coach, until we get a coach that's going to hold players accountable, I don't see anything getting better, man. You know what I mean? And it's not like even if we do fire Coach Brooks, we're just going to get a coach off the street. It's going to be someone off the bench for this year because Leonsis ain't going to pay nobody, add another couple of dollars to his payroll. That he ain't going to do that. Shit, I'm a businessman. I wouldn't do that. You know what I'm saying? Shit, we're going to wait till next year. You know what I'm saying? I know where my costs are. You know what I mean? So it is what it is. You know what I mean? So maybe someone on the staff could do better and get something out of the team. You know what I'm saying? But as of now, as long as Coach Brooks is the coach, he ain't nothing going to change. Because if something would have changed, it would have changed years ago. This has been a year's problem. This hasn't been a season problem. This has been a years in the making problem. And for there not to be nothing done except, firing Grunfeld, that was supposed to fix something. You got to fire the person that's actually coaching the team. You got to get the right person that's going to light the fire that needs to be lit under the team for them to play defense, man. That's what the ownership, that's what your job is, owner of the team, to make sure you got the right coach. You know what I'm saying? I feel like y'all hired a coach that that made y'all comfortable. You know what I'm saying? Because Scott Brooks, he's not a bad person. You could tell that he ain't a bad person. You know what I mean? He seems like he has a good heart, all of that. That's cool. But sometimes you need a dog as a coach, man. You got to know the personality of your team. And you got to understand the type of leadership it needs to get it to go the right way. And Scott Brooks, we have too many young players. You know what I'm saying? We have too many young players. For a team with a whole bunch of young players, you need a coach that's a disciplinarian. A coach that doesn't take nothing, has no patience, that will bench the superstar if he ain't playing right. You know what I'm saying? That's the type of coach we need right now. I don't know who he is, but that's the type of coach we need right now, man. Someone that's going to instill discipline in our team because we lack discipline, especially on defense, man. It's ugly, it's disgusting, and it makes me not want to watch us, but I love the Wizards, so that's just what it's going to be. You know what I mean? I'm just going to have to suffer through it. You know what I mean? But that's just what it's going to be, man. So, anyway, like I was saying, I was closing out, and then I went on another rant. That's how you know I'm upset, man. So let me close out this time. I'm not going to get distracted. So anyway, man, if y'all like the content, man, again, man, I would really appreciate if you subscribe to the Wizards Review on YouTube. You can follow us on Twitter and on Facebook as well. And you can follow me, King Ade DMV, on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and if y'all play NBA 2K series, Xbox Series S or X, the next gen look, you can follow me on there too, all right? So anyway, man, let's keep our heads up, man. Hopefully it gets better, you know what I'm saying? But again, man, we already know. What's the definition of insanity, y'all? Keep doing the same thing over and over, hoping for different results. You know what I'm saying? So I don't want to look insane. You know what I mean? I just hope for the best, all right? So I'll see y'all next time. Enjoy the weekend. Enjoy tonight's game, all right? Peace.